Boo.
Welcome in to football. What are we?
Yeah.
Week 10, huh?
Week 10?
Week
We
10.
are we are almost
Wow.
we're halfway through our happiness.
Yes. Week 10 and we are in November. Wow. Dang. It's just turning the corner on September. Like, man, hurry up and get these games. Let's start them. We
Yeah, it's
are
snuck up,
already
man.
there. Yeah.
Snuck up and everyone's pretty much dead in the league already. Everyone's you know I think everyone had their turn on the IR, so that's fun. Um yeah, so that's the nun lady. That's Pennywise. I'm Rich. That's Jermaine. This is
It's the
football.
terrible towel.
It is a terrible towel. This is true. Yeah. So this is football. It's our kind of weekly dive into the emergency room that is the NFL.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
we just had a very, very busy trade deadline, and by busy I mean, why the hell is there a trade deadline in the NFL? Um,
That is a good question. Like, why?
it really is. It's so unnecessary. It's like having, oh god, I don't even know. It's like
And
it's
we
like
discussed on other pods that, the NFL has finally caught up to the other sports where trades are starting to happen frequently. A lot now.
it would just be super cool if they actually were meaningful in the season. Like in the off season, yeah. In the draft, yeah. In the
Yeah.
real season, no. Um, so before we delve into that, so below my little bobbing microphone, because I had to have it all tilted so you guys can see Pennywise, because he's the only one that cares about the show. Right below my chin is the little Patreon deal there. We still are going to be doing the little Patreon show for the redraft because I'm dumb and didn't realize the it's kind of the midway seat. It's like the midway point now. That's kind of where we're at. So that's where that would make sense. It's fine. Counting is not my forte. Actually, it is. I'm a numbers guy, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Create your own show if you want to learn to count right. I don't care. Whatever. But yeah, so we got the Q&A thing on there. We're going to have that on there. We're going to start bringing other stuff on there. I promise you Babs will be back at some point or another. Life's hard. Life's hard for me too. Life's hard for Jermaine as well. I just had a huge life event happen, so that's fun. But that's kind of why we didn't record yesterday because it's fine. Don't worry about it. So
we've had several life events that's happened to all three of us. I mean,
yeah, well, you know what?
life does happen.
I was due though. I usually kind of I kind of skip by that stuff. I don't really have that stuff happen to me. Apparently I didn't miss that one right in the face. So, as you know, Wednesday is the waiver show. So let's look at the waivers. Let's see who's on tilt, who got all mad, and all the fun stuff. I was up till about 4:30 in the morning looking at an election shit, so I was right there and saw everything. So that's cool.
So when did they announce the announcement? I see. I just every show it just kept saying
it was more like
we're tracking it.
I think it was like 6 or 7, but it pretty much at like 3:30 it was pretty much decided. But
how big was the margin? I mean, this is one election I just truly didn't really care because it was just like no
It
matter
was
what I
pretty
think,
big.
it's the person that won is going to be the person that won. I didn't really see a chance by the other candidate. So
It was pretty big. Like
what, like 70
that.
30?
Oh no, nothing like that. Probably like 60-40 though. That's
60 40,
probably
yeah.
um
Well, I just equate it to, I mean, and we don't talk politics, but I just want to just give you one quick
yeah,
analogy of how is, you know, Biden and what he did to this economy and all of that, that was going to always be stained on Kamala or Kamala or whatever, however you say Harris. It's like somebody robbing you.
yeah.
They get charged, and then one person gets found not guilty, but you were still with them when they did it. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm gonna
You're
keep
always
judging
gonna be
you.
associated by that.
You're
Like
always associated with the person that robbed me. So
right.
she's gonna be associated with them Bidenomics until maybe she runs again on her own, and there's nothing. Maybe there's some time for people to forget about that. But I knew fresh coming off of the way this economy has been going, she didn't have a chance in hell.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean there's a lot of other factors I kind of firmly believe that attributed to not having much of a chance, but like I said, we don't really dabble in that because we are not going to ostracize the audience or make anybody
Nope.
feel a type of way.
Nope.
Tis
Sorry.
what it is. You know, we're not doing
Sorry.
that.
So
So,
you were up plucking on the wire, huh? 4
I
in the
mean, I
morning.
just grabbed. Well, unfortunately, I was paying attention, but not nearly as much because one thing happened that sucked, and I was like, "Oh God," I was so not paying attention. So Babs was able to scoop up Khalil Herbert, not off of waivers, just as a free
Free
agent,
agency.
and I'm like, "Oh, oh, I do it."
And that's part of one of the trades that happened. Yeah.
Yep. I grabbed Brandon Cooks, just put him in my IR spot. I don't think it's going to really be anything, but we'll see. Dak Prescott got dropped, and Cooper Rush got scooped up because there really wasn't anything else out there. So I get
Because
it.
it's Kemp. But
I mean, yeah.
I mean, the two don't even matter. You don't just plug and play. Like you don't just drop
Oh.
Dak and then put in the next Dallas quarterback. It doesn't work like that. You
Well,
search the
you know
wire
what?
for different quarterbacks.
You know what? Though
But
Cooper Rush, he is
might be
kind
more
of-
efficient.
Yeah, Cooper Rush, he is a bit. He's kind of like the Joe Flacco version of backups. Like he actually is. I mean, he is not a talented starter, but like if a backup is like a B player, he's like a B plus player.
I think he's going to get everybody involved. All those other receivers that's been starving for targets, when all of them are going to CeeDee Lamb, it's going to be more evenly spread. He's not going to target CeeDee Lamb 700 times a game like Dak does. Dak throws it to him with 4 people on him. He still throws it to him.
What's really going to be interesting is how the running game is now.
I'm thinking about that as well.
Because I was sitting Dowdle and I thought about it. I'm like, because once he went out, I'm like, well, now he's not going to be utilized. And I was like, wait, the fucker wasn't being utilized anyway. Hold on here. I can't imagine that being any worse. So then I rethought it, and then I realized my whole team's hamstring is hurt. The whole thing, like the whole team. If you just line them up like up and down, so it looked like a leg, the whole back of it is just fucked up. It's just fucked up.
He said the whole team is a strained hamstring.
The whole thing. And even my opponent, all their injuries, hamstrings. I'm like, how the fuck is this happening? Do you guys not stretch ever?
Yeah, I did the same exact thought process when because I got Dowdle on in one of my other leagues, and at first my first reaction was he's going straight to the bench, like they're not going to be productive. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, hold on, they're going to lean on the run probably way more heavier,
or at least dump offs.
Yeah, I'm like, either they're going to be leaning on the run, they're going to try to do more to protect Cooper Rush, run a little bit more. He's going to spread it around, and defenses aren't going to be, pressed up against the line of scrimmage. So it could be a good thing for Rico Dowdle.
Many draw plays, it's not even going to be funny. Oh! Wow! Look at this! Oh, Cocksucker has entered the chat. Hi, Ray Davis. Bean-headed motherfucker. So my black doppelganger over here. I was fourth priority. He was third. Not for nothing when I put the claim in, because I don't really ever claim. I think I've claimed McLaughlin. That was it. Is that his name? Not McLaughlin. McMillan. I'm looking at McLaughlin because that's who you dropped. I don't really claim. I don't really have too much of a need to, but just Ray Davis is so involved, and it's definitely handcuff season.
Yes. I did it from two aspects. Like he has standalone value, and I have James Cook, and I'm like, I'm not gonna let James. I'm not gonna watch somebody else use.
Ben had him really to be fully on. You should have already had him. Okay.
Yeah.
So I looked at the priority, and I saw this prick was in front of me. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna put it in anyway, just on the off chance. But I knew, man. I knew. As soon as I did it, I'm like, this is.
I'm pissed I had to burn a waiver for it because I was about to grab him this Sunday morning. I looked at it and I said, Ray Davis.
The players I see you grab Sunday night, I'm like, how did you not snatch up Ray on one of your random snatch up Sunday night people things? And I'm like, oh man. So at least I can have solace in that you had to hurt yourself.
Yeah. I was supposed to grab him Sunday morning. I'm sitting up here. It was I had Tajay Spears either ready to go or him. And I keep looking at Tajay Spears, and then I'm sitting up there saying, it was like the morning time, and the games didn't come on till 1. And for some reason I woke up at like 10 in the morning, and I'm like, damn, I gotta sit here and wait 3 hours. So I was like, let me try to get some sleep. And I was like, I'm gonna pick him up right before the kickoff. Man, come 1 o'clock, 1:15, I wake up. It's already too late. Yeah, never got him. So I'm sitting there like, God damn, now I gotta burn a waiver on the player that I could have easily.
That makes me happy.
I could have easily grabbed them, but now I had to burn a waiver. So I'm pissed about that, having to burn a waiver for it.
You know what? I'm not.
So now you're happy. Now you're happy.
I'm glad that you fucked that up twice.
Everyone, this man enjoys my misfortune. He loves it.
God, I do. It is an unhealthy character flaw. But yeah. So funny enough, and this is kind of the bonkers thing, and it just kind of makes me wonder and kind of inquire about the intellectual integrity of this league. Sometimes there was only 2 claims, me and you, for him.
So no one's seen his performance. I mean, I understand that his point total is based off of that big, long 67-yard touchdown he ran. But before that, he still had a nice, productive day. So people are not seeing that. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, not for nothing, Buffalo's offense is not sexy and exciting and fun. So I get it. Kind of flies under the radar. But so, Rob.
Well, there was a reason why. I mean, we make the. I mean, most of the time, there's a reason why we make the playoffs, because we do pay attention to small stuff like that. I mean,
we are nerds a little bit.
I mean, last year was probably my worst year, and I still somehow got in the back door to playoffs. So, yeah, I mean, those little pickups matter, man.
Yeah, well, look, we all know that you like it in the back door there, so that's great. That's now on the internet forever, sir. So, Bob picked up DeMarcado from Arizona and dropped Garendo, which I feel like the drop was smart. I don't hate the drop. Get rid of it. It's kind of dead weight.
The pickup to me is just chasing points, though. I don't know if DeMarcado.
Because I got Benson. I picked up Benson
I
last.
think Benson gets the first crack at that
Yes.
if something happens to Connor, not DeMarcado.
Yeah, he's the catch-up back, which still has value, but
Yeah.
not.
He's the pass catching back when they're behind. Yeah.
But you can't plan on that. You can't. Now, obviously, if Connor goes down, then you have.
And he's fully in play. Yeah.
You're fully in play, but you're kind of waiting.
Benson's the first and second down back, and then DeMarcado instantly becomes the third down back.
Yeah, but also Benson is the goal line back as well. Like if that happens,
he's gonna get the tutties. Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's a risk, but you know what though? It's handcuff season, boys. I can understand. I mean, he basically exchanged a third for a third, like on the
third running back for a third.
So
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
So no one could really fault him there. Allen picked up Mike Williams and dropped Hutchinson. Take a stab at it. Okay, fine. Hutchinson is nothing, so really you just kind of
garbage. He got him
picked up a wait and see play with a I done seen enough play.
Yeah,
or lack thereof play. I feel bad. The boy finally used his first overall waiver, and I think I really need to explain to him a little bit more how waivers work. He burnt his number one waiver on Isaiah Likely and got rid of Noah Fant.
Did he already have Isaiah Likely at the beginning of the year?
No. Yeah, actually he did. He dropped him. I grabbed him. Dropped him. Picked him up. Dropped him. Picked him again, and then dropped him again. I think I played this motherfucker a week, by the way. So, yeah, I'll have to kind of have a conversation with him a little bit there. He's still new to the game a little bit. He definitely
Isaiah Likely. He could have got him for free agents like nobody.
Waiver. Yeah. Holy, believe me, I did it 3 fucking times. Let's see here. You picked up Sterling Shepard and dropped Trey Palmer. So congratulations on your AARP card.
The Tampa receivers. I mean, after watching that Monday night game, it's like Shepard's the only one I even seen Baker go to more than 2 times. I mean, it was just Otten. I told you Otten was going to become the offense.
Yeah. Well, without McMillan there, we don't really know how that looks yet because he had a hammy. Johnny Smith for Jake Bobo. Cool.
People moving around.
There's an animal making a noise. I don't know what it was. Fuck them. Kemp picked up Cam Akers for Miles Sanders. I didn't want that, but I did pick that up in my ESPN league.
Cam looked okay in that Vikings game. He looked
only reason because I have Nick Chubb over there, and Goodson, and Achane. I mean, Achane's already playing. So I needed to kind of get somebody that seemingly is going to get a little bit more active than Goodson potentially. So I don't hate it. See kind of where it goes. Once again, handcuff season. So Miles Sanders is dead to rights, so that's fine. I actually added Mac Hollins for Tim Patrick.
That was one of my
yes,
one of my tilters. I was like, this motherfucker.
Boy. You know
because Keon Coleman got the wrist and Mac scored a touchdown. I'm like, ooh, he's in play. And I was like, this dude grabbed him already.
See, that's interesting because the news broke about Coleman like pretty early in the day. I didn't pick Coleman up till probably about 4. Yeah.
Well, they're not committing to it. They just keep saying he might miss a couple weeks, but they're not like
Well,
full-fledged saying it. They just keep saying, he's getting an MRI and he's getting it checked out, but they're not like laying anything completely out there. And I'm like, as soon as I seen multiple weeks, I was just like, oh, okay.
well, I don't know if
Kinda-
Amari's in play yet either. I don't know what his injury situation is as
Yeah.
well. But I mean, once I got the T. Higgins news again, I'm like, well,
So sick of that dude.
I need to do something to have somebody in a wide receiver spot. So fine. And then you picked up Jonathan Mingo for Khalif Raymond. So once again, dart throw for
Dart throw.
yeah. I mean,
Well, potential. I mean, like I don't have no plans on throwing Mingo
Right.
out there for the next 3 or 4 weeks. This is a wait and see. Like, is Dallas going to use him at all? Don't use him, or they don't start incorporating him into the offense, then I'm going to drop him. It's just like it's just a wait and see type. Like, how are they going to use him with Cooper Rush? I mean, I think Cooper Rush is going, like I said, spread it to more than just CD.
it's
So
same
Tolbert
with
is
my
in
Cooks.
play, and
Same with my
Yep.
Cooks. It's just like I
Who
have zero
knows?
aspirations of playing him. It really, I'm more actually kind of sitting on him for when Dak comes back, to be honest. But it's why the IR spot's helpful. So let's
Yeah.
blitz this news real quick, then get into the matchups because we're already about 20 minutes in. So, AJ Brown knee. Apparently, it was looking like it was bad, but then they were like, "Nah, it's fine." It'll be
I
all
was
right."
scared. Yeah, and then they talking about he practicing full today, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, then Devonta went down with a hammy. I'm like, God, Jesus, help
I didn't
me.
know Devontae had a problem. Oh, shit.
Yep. That happened today. So love it. Can't wait. So much fun. CeeDee Lamb, AC joint thing. That's the same injury that Jordan Mason had. He came right back from it. Prayers up for Mr. CD that he can get back on the field very quickly because God help the Cowboys. They are just
Abysmal.
couldn't happen to a nicer owner though, so that works out well.
I mean, it's like one of those things where I don't feel sorry.
No,
I don't hate the Cowboys like I hate the Patriots,
Right.
but I don't love the Cowboys either because of the goofy rabbit fans around here that live in Pittsburgh rooting for Dallas. So
it's weird.
any misfortune for Dallas, it's appreciated. It's
I'm
okay.
here for it, right?
Yeah.
Not like it sucks. I'm also like, sucks to suck, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
C-Mac is back, bitches. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I'm very glad I just played the C-Mac owner last week.
Ooh,
Don't worry about that.
you gotta get unleashed.
But, well, I mean, even if he got unleashed, my team is on a fucking heater. Super heater. Like, blowing people out the water heater.
Yeah, you on that 300. You in that 300 plus club. I was so pissed. I was 5 points away from cracking the 300 club. I'm like, can I get my 300? Damn.
Nope. I'll
haven't
do it
cracked
2 weeks in a row for you, though. 'Cause that's my friend I am.
You and Babs, y'all both on the 300 heaters, and y'all played each other last week.
Jeez, I'm still having nightmares over that. The Nico Collins thing, I don't really know what to make of that. They're evaluating.
They're not coming forth with the information quick enough, and by them hesitating like this leads me to believe they're not ready. He's not ready.
Right. Exactly. I think this is more like putting that gamesmanship thing with the other team saying, "Hey, yeah, I mean, we're thinking about it, man. We're thinking about it." It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So kind of check that out, but even once he's active, I mean, you got to play him, but it might be one of those deals where they'll activate him from the IR and then like start his window and then see how he is.
Nico Collins is he's like CMC. He's like Puka Nacua. If they are playing for the Rams or if they're playing for their team, they're playing for your fantasy roster as well. Put them in. Don't hesitate.
unless they're punching, like Puka.
Puka, yeah, punched the dude. Yeah,
Puka
I know
punched.
that owner was swole.
That was Will.
Oh man.
I mean, he got boat raced anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually no, he didn't. He boat raced somebody, I believe. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he got somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
he beat the shit out of Bob.
Okay.
So, Khalil Herbert to the Bengals because of, well, let's just.
And
cover
you
this
said
one
you
real
slept
quick.
on that. I mean, because Chase Brown can't run it every play. I mean, he
Yeah.
is going to need a spell, and Zach Moss is.
Honestly, the election, I will. I know it's a crutch, but the election kind of caught me up there. I was not paying nearly enough attention, and realistically, I kind of figured he'd be more towards the top, but he was not towards the top anywhere. So, and that's because of Zach Moss with a neck injury, and I don't remember what happened to him, but they're saying like this might be like career ending.
No, I seen that on your notes. You said career. I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
hear anything about career, but okay.
Yeah, I just kind of heard that, and I don't even know exactly what the injury is, and I get it. A neck is a lot worse than a knee. I understand that. As a running back, you were bulldozing people, so I'm surprised that is not a more common thing. But I mean, kind of, you have the number 2 in that offense for the rest of the year now, so okay.
Yeah.
Mingo to the Cowboys. We already kind of covered that. It's a wait and see approach. I mean, he did fuck all in Carolina.
Nothing.
It's not like he's going to a much better quarterback situation at the moment. So it's like, I don't know what this dude did to somebody in his past, but they are not happy with him. Mike Williams to the Steelers. Right.
Don't love it.
Don't care.
Whatever.
Don't. Yeah. Don't. I
would never, like we already just discussed, never put, Steelers in my fantasy lineup. Pickens would probably be the only person I would attempt to, and even I would be hesitant to do that.
Woof. Coleman, Risp, we kind of already touched that. They're kind of touchy-feely on what's actually happened there, so we'll see. Fuck T. Higgins. He's doing his best to reach his quota of missing 6 games in a year. Thank you very much for being in my lineup and not being in my lineup. I hate you forever. And Olave might be in trouble, man. He might have those types of concussions that Tua was having.
About to say he got the Tua syndrome. I was just about to say that. Like,
yeah,
he's having multiple ones, like a concussion every other week now. So it's like, yo, it's time for you to sit. And he even stated he was thinking about wearing that Guardian cap. You should have did it. Put that little mushroom thing on and just go.
He probably thought about it, then fucking forgot about it, like immediately.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna get to practice, and I'm gonna get the coach, and I'm gonna have him fit me the Guardian cap. And then he get to practice, and he was like, "Dang, what was I gonna do when I got to practice? I forgot."
and he's not even at practice. This motherfucker is at Chuck E. Cheese, so it's like. He's on his way to being vegetable soup as well. So be smarter, boys. Just be smarter. Like, take care of yourself. Well, it's uncomfortable. You know what else is uncomfortable? Not knowing who you are.
That's very uncomfortable.
I don't know. Seems like a crazy concept. I understand, but.
Like I said, the most famous player that's wearing that cap right now is Achane, and he don't look that bad. I mean, he just looked like a little, because he's so small. He just looked like so the mushroom from Mario, like the little mushroom hat. And he's like, yeah,
very, very unnerving. But you also, as an Achane owner, you're like, I know where my motherfucker is all the time, though. Like I don't have to check out the number.
Yeah,
I just
like you don't have to be like, well, who caught that? You see that helmet, you like, that's ancient. You already you're happy because
I'm
I've seen
watching
them.
it, and it's like NBA Jam. Somebody put the big head mode cheat on. I'm like, my man, it's about to go.
Yep, because I got them in the little, and I seen that little dump off. I was like, oh, mushroom cap, score! I was happy as hell. 'Cause got the little mushroom cap on. It's easily identifiable. Very.
Yeah, and really at that point, I would just put that son bitch down and just like come get you some, like tackle the, like get around the circumference of this giant space needle that I got on my fucking head, and then let's see what's really going on. Like I don't.
It's like a chandelier is like packed inside on the top of your head, and you wearing one and shit. That's funny, but
Oh
hey,
God,
if it's gonna save you, like you said, if it's gonna help you remember who you are, it's time to get it done. Do it.
like if this saves you from being in the store and being like, "Where's my wife?" and she says, "I'm right fucking here." Who are you? Oh, dude, you're literally talking to the onions. Jesus, what? Okay, that's what's being avoided here, boys. Like,
Yeah.
oh well, my swag. Fuck you. Fuck your swag. Understand that you had like this little mushy thing, like that's. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna get into the medical part of it. Just be smarter. Boys.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
want to look all pretty. Why? I mean, put the gold chains and diamond
like
chains
JJ,
under their uniforms.
Yeah,
like what are you doing? Like you. I understand you got insurance and everything, but why do you have to wear that under your uniform? Like, I mean, playing football, it's not style points. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some players that look damn fucking hard in their uniform. Like Alvin Kamara's one with the visor, and you see him there, you're like, ooh, shit, he look like he going.
Right.
Or AJ Brown. AJ Brown look like a machine in his shit. Like
he really does.
he can't.
He does. For sure he does.
Yeah.
But like
you don't have to go with the gold and the
on the visor. Like that's provided by the team, boys.
Yeah.
You know.
You don't have to look that good. It's not a style competition. It's about scoring points, getting yards, doing your job, getting the next contract. That's what it's about. So if you got to wear a mushroom cap to do that,
do it.
Because the best ability is availability. And without that mushroom cap, you are not available.
Motherfucker got bars. Golly.
Go ahead.
Woo. Shit. Wait, hold on. All right, you ready? Yo, hit that shit again.
I forgot you hit the little background music.
What's the best ability though?
Is availability. Your best ability is availability. Goofy ass Kenny G.
Oh man, that shit slaps a little bit though. I like it. All right.
Now, but before we get into the matchups, what did you think about Saquon's leap? Did you see this, dude?
Yo,
I mean, you gotta have some, not just balls. You gotta have some athletic ability to be. Because before the leap, he juked the shit out of like 3 other people. He like cut on one dude, juked on the other dude. He had to actually look at the dude and turn his back. He looked at the dude, turned his back, and leaped over him. Like, are you serious?
I don't think you could do that shit in NFL Blitz. Like, that shit is not a button combination that is instituted in the programming of video games yet.
I mean, leaping over somebody forward is an accomplishment in itself. Backwards and to judge it perfectly?
Dude has to retire at this point. Like, dude, the guy needed has to retire. He's just gonna be like, how do you face anybody at that point? Like your teammate, your wife.
He turned his back on you and leaped over you and made you look like a fool, and you tackled nothing but air. Wow. I mean, you're running full speed. You got to have the balls of steel to turn your back on someone and just hop in the air. Like, that's crazy.
Think about, like, I mean, it was an incredibly stupid play.
Yeah, because he got hurt really bad behind it.
If I'm, Methy McMethington over in Philly, I'm telling, like, you remember in you've seen the movie Major League, right?
Yeah.
So when the coach, and I think this is like when Wesley Snipes does some silly shit, like he did. I forget what he did, but he did some outrageous, amazing thing, and coach was like, "Great play. Don't ever fucking do that again.
Do it again."
Like, if I'm Cipriani or Citrus Pledge, whatever the fuck his name is,
Mastriani.
Matriani. There it is. Got it. Nailed it. Okay. I'm sitting here I'm making that dude watch Major League. Like, hey, great play. Don't ever fucking do it again, because you're exposing your spine. You're exposing your spine. Now, obviously, look, being silly about the guy, like, oh, you should retire. No, you're not going to retire. But it is embarrassing. But once again, you were not planning a motherfucker to jump anyway in general, and for that matter, to not face you and jump. I do not blame the guy for going with a missile at his torso, and then he's
the
like,
dude that was tagging him probably was like, "Oh, he gonna turn his back. I'm about to smash this dude." And next thing you know, the whole stadium erupted. And he's like, "What? I don't have anything."
Well, at that point, the defender's probably like, "Where's my wife? Am I a vegetable? Like, was I really here? Was this all a fucking dream?" Like,
craziness.
So, I mean, that you talk about being postered in an NFL fucking standpoint. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, insanely instinctual. I guess instinctual. I don't know. I've never seen anybody fucking do that, so I can't even say it's instinctual. But whatever. Terribly dangerous play. I mean, it could have went wrong so many ways.
So many different levels.
Even if he didn't hit him in the spine, all you got to do is hit him in the legs, and guess what? You're falling around. You're falling on your neck. You're dead. You're done. Bye.
Yeah. Like you said, if I was Mastriani, it's like, hey man, you're too valuable to this team. Like the Eagles are on a whole different level with Saquon in the backfield. So
they really are. It's disgusting. I feel good for the guy though. I'm like,
I'm glad he broke out. It's like he's been locked up in a basement for years in New York, and he finally got let out.
Yeah. All right. All right. Thursday. We're gonna run through these here. Got the Bengals, the Ravens. Baltimore -5.5, over under a 53.5. I could see that happening.
Good game. It's gonna be a fucking
should be, except without T. Higgins, it becomes a whole different thing.
Still, it's gonna be an old-fashioned Western shootout.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. I mean, funny enough, I think Gesicki gets another shot here. I mean, if T. Higgins was in there, then probably not. But
in years past, because we all know T. Higgins is hurt every fucking year. In years past, it's been Irwin or it's been other players or now Yoshiba. Now it seems like the new Higgins is Gesicki. Like he fits the role. So, all right,
that's fine. I mean, if there's fantasy relevance there, have fun with it. I mean, I think every aspect of this thing can be kind of played up. I mean, obviously you're gonna get those receivers in there. You're gonna get Gesicki if you're really trying. I mean, tight end landscape. So whatever. I guess you can give. I mean, Deontay's healthy now, right? Like he's actually gonna.
Yeah.
Play. Okay.
Yeah. I still wouldn't like. I would start everybody in this one. I mean, like if you got Bengals, start them. If you got Ravens, start them. But I don't know about Deontay. I still don't think he's up to speed with the offense. So I would trust Flowers, Edwards.
Game, I don't know, man. I'd take a shot.
I don't even know if he even got targeted last week. That was my thing. It was just like, dang, they ain't even throw him
Yeah.
a little, ceremonial welcome to the Ravens ball. I mean, everybody gets that welcome to the team catch. I don't even think he got that.
Fair. Derrick Henry, obviously you're gonna sit him.
Because why not?
Obviously, yeah. You could definitely fire up probably Brown and Herbert though. I mean, I don't. I'm not usually a big backer of hey get that person in there. They just got traded over, but
Yeah, they can't run Chase Brown the whole game.
Right.
They need to spell him with somebody.
And the Bengals, or at least all year, have almost been like 50-50, it seems like. So you're whether you like it or not there, kiddo, you're playing ball. So
Yeah,
and he's a talented dude. It's not like
he
it's
was
not
just stuck behind a ton of people in Chicago. I mean, it's like as soon as they brought in Swift, and then you got Roshan Johnson, that vulture. He ain't nothing but a vulture. That vulture's touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then you're third after that. Yeah, I mean, he got a great scenario. He's able to showcase his talent with a decent team.
Yeah. We're going to Germany, bitches. Let's go. Giants and Panthers. We just really hate international places.
I think out of all these international games, it's probably been like two that's been great or that's supposed to be that had winning record competitive teams. The rest of them, it's either been Jacksonville or it's been some terrible matchup. Like
We're a derivative of Jacksonville. Yes.
And those international fans, they eat it up. They don't care about the records, but it's like we do feed them some terrible games.
They just need a reason to fucking drink on the weekend, really. They're just like, we drink in public. Hooray. And mind you, they're going to drinking places, Germany, England. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So Giants, -6.5.
What's the deal on Slayton? Is he still in the concussion protocol? You still got Slayton?
Yes, I do, and that's another reason why I had to make the move. I had to make to kind of balance my bench out a little bit in case I needed to pivot.
Yeah, he's not pushing through that protocol like Tracy did last week. Tracy was like, boom, he's in practice and he's on the fourth stage and by Tuesday. It's like, dang.
Yeah, he cleared the third stage like in the fourth quarter. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Like,
and they're talking about Slayton ain't even practiced, so yeah, he looked like he's gonna be out this week.
Right, and these are both 2-7 teams bound for nothing. No one gives a shit, to be honest with you. So, cool. I mean, and I don't know if Slayton was going to get moved on the deadline or not, but I think that probably hampered that.
They kept saying the Steelers was a potential candidate. They said if he didn't go in that concussion, the Steelers was really taking a close look at him before they went after Mike Williams. I'm like,
that was your contingency plan? Jesus Christ. Okay. Fantastic. Fucking joke. I swear it's like they're like the Pirates anymore. So Tracy, absolutely fire that bitch up.
Oh, absolutely.
You got Bryce Young playing football again, so cool.
I guess if you got Leggett, if I had Leggett, I would play him because for some reason he's been getting a touchdown in the past 2 or 3 games. So,
well, Chuba and Coker too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that Coker guy is the possession. Do all that. I mean, Malik, won't you be my neighbors? Absolutely, fire him up.
He's a target hog. Hog.
And you have to be very careful. The Panthers have a very stout defense. Doesn't matter. They could literally cover him with the blue tarp. It wouldn't matter. He's going to catch about 19 balls. That's fine. Daniel Jones, dude, how the fuck are you still like? You talking about like ineptitude and just the ability to kind of just gaslight an organization to pay you a shit ton of money to do nothing.
Yeah.
Love it. So much fun.
Trevor Lawrence and Danny Dimes is the two biggest. They should wear like they should have the eye paint in black like robbers because they robbed their organizations
It's
for sure.
so good. And they're just both piss poor organizations too, and it's just funny. It's like, are y'all related to the Browns? No.
Third cousin.
Oh man. But yeah, there's not a lot of fantasy value here. Plus, it's international games. Those are always terrible. That field is made of mud and sadness. So,
yeah,
just play at your own risk, man.
That's what I don't get about those international stadiums. It's like you only get one game a year. I mean, I understand you get soccer and all that other stuff, but you only get once a year to host an NFL game. Do everything you can to make sure that stadium is up to top notch,
sir,
pristine.
Do you not know it rains 26 hours a day there? Come on. Learn your geography, sir.
So no matter what, I mean, you're supposed to keep the tarp on the field. I mean, I don't know. Those fields are just terrible.
They're just not used to it. I mean, I don't know if it's a different type of cleats that soccer uses compared to football. I don't know. But real quick, I meant to mention this. Browns, Packers, Raiders, and Seahawks are on bye. So,
buys, yeah.
Woo. Only really one worthwhile, two worthwhile players that are actually on bye. Three, okay, maybe. I guess I'll throw Chubb in there. But anyway, just want to kind of talk about that.
I mean, there's definitely some Browns that people are missing. Definitely some Seahawks people are missing. Who were the other people? Who were the other teams? Packers.
Packers and Raiders.
Nobody's missing the Raiders, but someone's missing Packers.
Yeah. Reed and what's his
Jacobs
name?
and Love.
I can't. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's
if you're, in our league, I mean, you missing Love. You're going to start Love.
I feel like he could be started in a regular league too. To be honest, I mean, I'd start him in a standard league.
Yeah, and the Browns. I mean, the new Tillman kid. I mean, I have him in another league, so I am missing him.
I get it.
But in Chubb, he hasn't really. He's still getting acclimated. He
is. But I feel like he's a solid, okay, low floor flex. He'll get some stuff. All right, 1:00 games. Patriots at Bears. 6.5 for Chicago. 38.5 over under. Not actually surprised at all with that.
Definitely a low scoring game.
The DJ Moore experience has been a roller coaster. They're trying to play off like that he was hurt when he went off the field, but then he literally ran a 9 route right afterwards. I think he is a baby back bitch. It's silly because you actually have a franchise quarterback there. Well, I'm not getting all the balls. You know why? Because he's a rushing quarterback. But what that means is when he does throw, you should be wide fucking open.
Yeah.
Because they're expecting him to run.
People that are employing Bears, it's outside of Jaden Reed, it's the play. It's the carousel of receivers. It's pick your receiver because that's what Williams does.
Wait, he doesn't. Jalen Reed?
I said outside of Reed and Packers.
Oh,
the Packers.
Okay. We're not talking about the Bears.
No, I'm talking about the Bears receivers.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
They're just as bad as, because Williams doesn't really stay consistent. It's 1 week is Moore. This week it was Dunze. 1 week it's going to be Allen. I mean, you can't really predict. Yeah, Kmet. Yeah. And then Kmet, I think he got a bagel.
And you know what though, this is that situation where when you're in that type of situation, this is personally how I would approach it. I don't want any of that. I'll take the quarterback. That's all I want from it. If you're gonna pepper every person with 3 receptions. I don't. That's not enough for me to start somebody. Like,
Yeah.
but if you throw the ball 25 times, so it's like, and rushed for 80 yards, like that's what I want out of that.
Yeah.
Patriots, Stevenson, cool. Everything else,
Yeah.
stay away. Just stay away.
You're probably struggling if you're starting any Patriot besides Stevenson. You're probably
well, even if you were starting Stevenson, I mean, other than the last 2 weeks before, it's like
you're probably on a team that's struggling if you got Patriots employed in your roster. You really are.
So far, 2 games on Sunday that are going to be awful. Can't wait. Next game is Bills Colts. Buffalo's -4, 47.5 over under. This may be fun. This may not be fun. It really depends on how many receivers Josh Allen actually has. If he gets his full allotment, then it could be a shootout, fun little thing. If he doesn't, then you are playing Josh Allen just for the rushing upside. You're playing Cook for the rushing upside and the catching upside. And then for the Colts, really, it's just kind of it feels so weird to say Josh Allen is the only actual receiver.
Yes. I mean, I was playing against somebody that had Pittman, and I was watching Pittman's every move. Like, please.
I played Pittman in both,
and he wasn't. It wasn't going to him. I think he had 1 or 2 catches, maybe one. Yeah. So it's Downs. It's the Josh Downs show in Indy. That is it. Yeah. Everybody else is whack-a-mole, whack-a-receiver. So it's like, which one is it?
And Flacco's a solid start, which in 2024, what the fuck is happening in life? It's been a weird week for everybody involved. We're still in that weird week scenario where Joe Flacco is a viable, startable option in fantasy. Mm-hmm. I feel so dirty. JTT, obviously get him in there. He just does JTT stuff. So, yeah. Divisional game up here, and it's actually, Broncos at Chiefs.
Chiefs. That's 1 o'clock. Those games are usually in the 4 o'clock window.
Well, I mean, that's.
Well, I mean, because they're kind of like, I mean, the Chiefs are like a Midwest, and Denver is the Rocky Mountain time zone. They usually, it just seems like those AFC West games are always before the late games.
Matchups I've gone through yet, they needed somebody to fucking be alive for one. These games are terrible. They needed somebody with a name. No, but you're right. It's usually at 4 o'clock. It's like, that is a little weird. You're not wrong. Chiefs getting 8 points, 42.5 over under. Hunt, Kelsey. That's it. I don't want to be around anything else here. I don't care.
You don't care about Hopkins anymore? You don't? You don't think that's something that can be duplicated?
I already forgot he was there, so no, I don't.
The man scores 2 touchdowns 2 days ago. He said, I forgot he was there.
I mean, he's such an afterthought, though. It's just kind of like, is that sustainable? No. God,
no. Not too.
They're not going to pepper him. I think that, funny enough, is kind of the Deontay treatment that Deontay was looking for up in Baltimore. It's like, hey, welcome here. Now we're going to go back to passing about 4 times a game.
Yeah.
And we're going to do this weird, like, pitchy, kind of underhanded, between my legs kind of thing to Kelsey. That'll be fun. That'll count as a pass somehow, some way, and that'll be that. Yeah. I mean, you could get away, but I mean, just once again, not Baltimore. It's the Broncos defense and it's divisional. I don't want to do it.
I definitely don't see the spread 8 points. I mean, Chiefs, You
Well,
you
I
had
said
to
that
beat
last week against Baltimore, and I got fucking ramrodded. So I don't.
41 to what was it, 41 to 10 or something?
Yeah.
Crushing. No, but I'm just thinking to myself, like, the Chiefs just last, it went down to the wire in overtime with a Bucks team with no receivers. So
Yeah.
I don't see them just blowing somebody
and
out.
Plus divisional, like that is always a huge part of it. So yeah, I mean, you can never really sit Kelsey. Get the running
No.
back in there. Javante,
Mhm.
who cares? I don't know. That guy's a joke.
Yeah. Denver receivers is another whack-a-mole team. It's like,
Yeah, I was like, who? They have
pick.
those? When is them?
Yeah. Ooh. Don't depend on any of them. Even
The
Sutton.
average age, the average age of Denver's receivers are actually 14 and a half. That's the average age. So
And pick a kid. Pick any kid from the playground and
much.
put them in your lineup.
pretty much. Falcons at the Dennis Allen-less Saints. Atlanta's getting 3.5. 46.5 over under. It's one of those weird things where, okay, are we going to get this type of game where they're all going to rally around, Aaron and, or not Aaron, but Derek Carr. I don't know who I don't know why I said Aaron. What I was thinking about.
Mhm.
You already know who you're going to play in the Falcons. There, we're not going to go over that again. That doesn't change until they prove that they're not startable. We're not going to rehash that. We already know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any surprises there, any hidden gems. There isn't.
Mm-hmm.
God help the Saints. Which realistically, he should be doing that anyway, because like Saints and shit. But
It's the Saints. Yeah.
Theology. We're not going to get into that.
Yeah, it's Cam and again, and that's about. I'm surprised he's even productive in that offense. But okay.
Yeah, that's the surprising thing. I'm starting Taysom Hill just from a wild card. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Okay. It's like
you're the only person that can play 3 quarterbacks in their lineup. That's crazy.
Some gangster shit. I know. Don't worry about it. Somebody. They have to do something. That's my pitch for this game. The Saints have to do something, right?
You ain't got no predictions, but they have to do something.
Like the ball has to go to a place. Like that's in my head how that plays out. All right. Next, and this is so disappointing because this could have been such a fun game, but it's not going to be a fun game because literally everybody is fucking dead. 49ers and Buccaneers. San Fran, minus 6.5, 50.5 over under. Everybody is dead. If you just imagine a full slate of Godwin.
This would be a goal. Yeah. If you had Godwin, Evans, all the receivers in the compliments.
And just, maybe
all the 49ers and Debo and Ayuk. Yeah, this would have been a smash spot game.
Super.
Now it's a smashed up game. It's like everyone's smashed in the game.
Which is so crazy that the over under is so high though still. I think it's other than the Thursday game, this is the highest over under so far. It's a little wild to me. I don't know.
He's just banking on the fact. Baker. I owe him this. He has that never say die, never quit attitude, no matter who's out there. Baker was playing against the Chiefs, and if you seen a look on his face, he was just as serious as if he had Godwin and Evans out there. He was still slinging the pill as if nothing was wrong. So Baker's mentality is, I'm going to keep doing this thing.
And maybe they'll have McMillan back. I don't know. There's still a little touchy on that. He didn't practice this week, so I don't know.
He's a hammy. He's a hammy too.
He's a hammy. He's a hammy. But yeah, I mean Jordan Mason is a smash play here.
hmm
Wink, wink.
CMC.
I know. I'm not being serious.
He said it's a smash play.
Well, but you know what though? Actually,
Nobody's gonna drop him though. I guarantee you,
No.
nobody's dropping
Oh
Jordan
my God,
Mason.
if you drop Jordan Mason, you should be punched in the throat. Holy shit! You're an absolute goddamn idiot if you drop him. You're absolutely out of your mind. But honestly, you could probably still get away with starting Jordan Mason because there's no way C-Mac is getting C-Mac kind of.
He's gonna get a full workload. Yeah,
No.
they're definitely gonna be alternating.
Yeah. So, I mean, you could still get away with it because they're gonna. I don't see the Niners losing this here. I don't see the Bucks staying as close as they did with the Chiefs because the Chiefs offense is dog shit. The Niners is not. But yeah, it sucks because this could have been so much fun. Like it's that type of game that they would have flexed till they would have flexed over to
the night game. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's big dick energy ratings fully. But yeah, I mean, start at your own peril, man. I mean, running backs definitely get in there. Yeah, Debo. Obviously Kittle because Kittle is like the new Kelsey this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got another league. I'm starting Juwan Jennings because you can't there no more. So I mean, he is the de facto number 2. So
yeah,
you gotta start him.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I wouldn't play the game of who's that running back.
Yeah,
I don't know. Don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with starting White from here on out, just because the Bucks are most of the time they're going to be in catch-up mode, and he's the pass catching back, so I'm going to get points regardless.
Yeah, I mean, if McMillan is active, then yeah, I mean, definitely Cade Otton. Holy shit, Cade Otton.
Yeah, Cade Otton.
But other than that, oh God, I don't know. Good luck. Last game on the 1 o'clock. No, I'm sorry, I'm lying to you. There's 2 more. Steelers at Washington.
Oh, that's 1 o'clock? I thought that was the 4 o'clock. Okay, that's 1 o'clock.
Washington -3, over under 45.5. Daniel.
Oh, so Washington's favorite.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, let's be honest. They are a legitimate 7-2. We are a falsified 6-2.
I don't know.
But
I just know that, they played when they played up, Baltimore's defense ain't even that good, but when they played up against heavy competition, they got blown out. Baltimore gave it to them. Well, now it wasn't no blowout. Was it? No. But Baltimore beat them. I know Baltimore beat them. So, I don't know. That's the only hope I have for the Steelers. It's like, okay, Baltimore beat them. We can beat Baltimore. So, maybe we can beat the Commanders.
Daniels is going to probably rush for 100 yards here this game. I can see him just going ham, Sammy.
Yeah.
Just run to the left side. You're done. Easy.
Well, Steelers, they get caught in that run in an open field. Breece Hall showed us what he can do in the open field.
We're not about that tackling life. We ain't no bitch. Scary Terry. I can absolutely see Scary Terry going. I could see him having not a career day, but definitely a, hey, don't forget about me. I'm actually a really good receiver kind of day. I am not sold on the passing offense. I would say, in a weird way, you could definitely start Najee because Washington's defense isn't great. But I don't really know what to make of the offense, so that's fun times.
Yeah, the jury's still out on the Steelers offense. I don't know what's going on.
Brian Robinson he was slated to practice today, which is exciting. Steelers defense does not scare me. In years past, I would avoid this like the plague. I don't want to play anything about. I don't want to play against the Steelers defense. Not really scary. Not really scary. They give up big plays a lot. Those splash plays that Tomlin loves.
See, I don't. The big backs, the heavy backs, Steelers defense is fast enough to keep up with. But those little small scat backs that got mad speed, those who they can't keep up with. So, in my opinion, I think Robinson is not going to have a good game. It's most likely going to be Eckler. check downs out the backfield.
Well, I hope you're wrong for my sake, sir.
I mean, Robinson will probably get a nice couple goal line. You know, if they get down to the pot of goal line, it's going to be.
If he can get me 30 yards and a tutty, I'll take it. That's fine.
Take it.
I will. I mean, I'm not going to be like, yeah, great, but I'm not going to be mad at it. Gross. All right. One last game. Vikings at Jags. Minnesota -4, 45.5 over under. I'm amazed that is only the over. I'm amazed that's the spread.
Yeah. It's only 4.
That's crazy to me. Jaguars are dog shit. I don't want any part of it.
True.
Brian Robinson, yes. Or not Brian Robinson. What's his name?
Brian Thomas Jr.
Brian Thomas. Yeah, that was close enough. Yeah, do that guy. That's
gotta. You can't sit him. Can't sit Ingram either. That's about it.
Yeah. I just they have such a gross stink to them, man. I just don't. I understand they're always be playing. Like, this is what it is, man. They fucking stink.
He's in a gross stink to him.
Fucking gross stink. Gross. They're always playing catch up. I get that. Fine. But Vikings defense is not to really be trifled with either.
No.
They will hurt you.
They confused the hell out of Joe Flacco, a veteran. So yeah, they're definitely going to confuse the shit out of Buck. And
that's all they were saying that game too. Like, oh, you just never know. I'm like, God damn it! If you bring up that fucking fact one more goddamn time, I'm gonna beat my head against the wall. I fucking get it. You don't have to keep saying it, Collinsworth. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. They're going to definitely have Lawrence confused like hell. So
yeah, which is not very difficult because he looks like he does.
The
guy looks like
Vikings.
Like literally, Trevor Lawrence looks like the walking marketing strategy of like dispensaries in Florida. Like that's what his like. They just how like how in baseball they put like logos and shit on people's uniforms now. They're just gonna put like a dispensary thing on his helmet. Be like, yeah.
He said a walking dispensary promotion.
T-Law don't give a fuck about Green Law. Like, fucking crazy.
So Vikings, you start pretty much everybody.
Everybody.
JJ,
have a
Addison, Hawkinson. You can even throw in Naylor.
Settle down. Let's settle down on Naylor. But Ron, you could probably get in there with Akers because I'm gonna assume probably mid third quarter and up. It's going to be the Akers show at that point. I cannot imagine they're going to run Ron into the ground because there's no reason to. Plus, he has the injury. He's like the running back version of T. Higgins. So
yeah,
good. Like there's no reason. There's no reason to really kind of. And it's I don't know. I just gross. Now we have 1, 2, 3. 4. Oh, it's a really light. That sucks. There's only 3 games in the late window. Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Slow down. But then you got the buys too.
Yeah. I mean that's fair, but also there's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 early games. So it's like, okay, because math. It's fine. Yeah. The Titans, the Chargers, the Eagles, the Cowboys, Jets, the Cards, Lions, the Texans, and Dolphins at Rams. I think Dolphins at Rams is going to be the game of the week. Which clearly means it is going to fucking not be. That's how football works, and you can't predict anything.
All right.
But
well, that's the early slate.
It is the early slate. Yeah, I don't really. I don't know. Just wish. I just really wish these matchups were better, man. Like it just seems like every week there's like 2 or 3 matchups that are just terrible, man. Just terrible.
Well, abysmal. Usually involves the Patriots or
yeah.
or the Jaguars. Yeah.
It's bad. So here's what we're gonna do. We appreciate you guys coming out. We're just gonna think about some things. We're gonna feed those motherfucking ducks. Check out the Patreon. Donate. Help. Feed them ducks. Proud.
You said what?
Said feed them ducks, baby. Feed them ducks.
Feed them ducks.
Feed them big, beautiful ducks. We're out. Yeah.